As you can see, that no count, crooked referee Pop Simon checking Pete, the heavyweight champion Pete Madden out. And here we go, the bell sounding, and we're getting ready to go, folks. You know, I've been looking all over for Steve Murphy back here, but I can't believe he's out here. He's out, he's running around, he's doing something what he shouldn't be doing. He should be up here in the broadcast booth, but he left me to it, so I'll tell you what's going on here, folks. The heavyweight champion, Pete Madden, how you would say, taking school to Ty Dalton. Sets him up, knife edge chop across the ring. Matter of fact, we don't need Steve Murphy. We're going to get one of the... Matter of fact, here he comes now. He's got nachos in his hand. He's got a cold soda. Murphy, where you been? The heavyweight champion's out here. As a matter of fact, I got an interview with a champ before he walked out.
I was out there disputing the 50-50 drawing. I think I should have won that FedEx.
I'll tell you, whoever won the 50-50 drawing, the true winner is the one that goes home with the honey tonight, if you know what I mean.
Well, right now, Pete Madden, the current MRW champion, with a small package on Ty Dalton. This could be the end of it. Ty Dalton able to kick out still early in this one. I don't know if you're going to be able to put Ty away like that. Ty still feels like he might have gotten gypped out of the title in Fulton, Missouri just a couple weeks ago. Nice elevated suplex by Ty Dalton on Pete Madden.
I'll tell you about Ty Dalton. He's going to pull every string out of the book just trying to get that heavyweight gold around his waist. Matter of fact, Murphy, doesn't he look like he's lost a little weight, probably about 10 pounds of gold, if you know what I mean?
Well, I had an opportunity to talk with Ty Dalton earlier this afternoon before the show, and he still feels very, very much like he is the champion. And he feels the fans recognize that too. Just because Pete Madden's carrying around the title temporarily, Ty Dalton begged for this rematch here this evening. Originally, he was supposed to be taking on another opponent, and Pete Madden wasn't even scheduled to defend. After seeing the tape of Fulton, MRW officials had no choice but to sign the match. And here it is, the main event in Overland tonight, and what a night it's been so far.
Let me ask you something, Murphy. How good are you at math?
I'm fairly good at math, FedEx.
Okay. Pete Madden's part of the syndicate, right?
That is true.
How many's in the syndicate?
There's 3 currently, I believe, unless you count Mike Rogers after that little incident with the dog a few minutes ago.
Oh, I can't believe it. Looked like a hurricane on Pete Madden there and drop kicks him out of the ring. Momentum took him over. That's what it was.
I think Pete Madden might have been heading for the floor to get a breather here. Ty Dalton was definitely on the offense. A nice plancha by Ty Dalton takes Pete Madden down on the floor the hard way. Now Dalton fighting mad, saying, "Come on, Pete, get up."
He's running out of chew in the back, and that's what it is. He's saying, "Come on, I want to hurry up and get my chew in the back in my mouth."
Now reversal by Pete Madden. Ty Dalton hits that ring post hard and goes flying about 6 more feet after he hit the ring post.
You know, it's funny, Murphy, when flesh meets metal, something's got to give, and it surely ain't going to be metal.
And Ty Dalton looks like he might be out cold, while Pete Madden, very, very happy with himself, very, very nonchalantly getting back in the ring at this point, which I think could be a mistake for Pete Madden. If he wants to hold on to that gold, I think he should be on the floor right now. Sticking it to Ty Dalton still.
Now, see what I don't understand. Why is Tom Simon talking to Pete Madden? He should be over there counting Ty Dalton out. Come on now. For once, he's actually going to do his job for once.
Now Ty Dalton getting back up off the floor very, very slowly. As you see, the ringside officials keeping an eye on Ty Dalton, making sure he's okay as he's standing back up, getting to his feet. Looks a little bit dazed and weird.
Wait a minute, is he busted open there?
Yeah, it looks like he might have cracked his head on that ring post. Now Ty getting back in the ring. Hopefully we'll get a clear camera shot here.
Oh, looks like Ty ain't going to have no loving tonight.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a little bit of blood coming off Ty Dalton. You see that black spot on the bottom of the camera, bottom of your screen fans? That's actually blood that just bounced off the head of Ty Dalton. You can see it trickling out of his head as Pete Madden goes for the cover here.
You know what I don't get about Ty Dalton? He's a so-called pretty face. You know, they had that little baby face, what you want to call it. You know, I don't understand about Ty Dalton. You know, he's got his head busted open. He's probably too worried about getting his face cleared up more than winning the title.
Well, a Northern Light suplex by Pete Madden only gets a 2 count. Ty Dalton again able to kick out. How, I don't know. He looks to be unconscious on his feet. And another nice Northern Light suplex, but a nice bridge by Dalton. Brings it back around into a pinning combination. Back-to-back double arm hooks, backslide, 2 count.
You know, he pulled his hair over, Murphy. That's how he got Pete Madden over.
And Ty looked like he was coming in low on a clothesline and just got caught right on top of the noggin. Maybe even a little lower. That could be a broken nose for Ty Dalton here, as he just ran face first into Pete Madden. Now Pete following up on Ty Dalton. Pick him up, setting him up in the corner here. What's Madden going to do now? Chop on Ty Dalton. And another. Now Ty just out of nowhere turns Madden around, returns the favor with a pair of chops of his own, and snap Mare out of the corner, FedEx.
You know what I can say about Ty Dalton? He's telling Pete Madden right there he's no chump. He's a former heavyweight champion. He's going to take it to Pete Madden as much as he can just to get that title back.
Now Ty with a chin lock on the champion, Pete Madden, Syndicate member. You know where Pete Madden is to be found, like you said earlier. Big Ben and Kevin Sharp can't be far behind.
I'm telling you, Murphy, if things get too hairy, I see the Syndicate coming out, and right there Pete Madden just told somebody out in the front row what he really thinks of him.
Oh, but you got to admit, though, the Syndicate must have a lot of faith in Pete Madden at this point. Ty Dalton's had Pete in several pinning combinations, pinning predicaments, but the Syndicate yet to make their faces shown during this contest. Now Pete Madden takes Ty Dalton to the ropes. Nice bridge into a pinning combination, only getting the 2 count before Ty slips out the back door.
You know, Murphy, I think if he would have pulled the tights, I think they would have had a 3 count and the party would have been over.
Very possible, but again, Pete Madden now firing off a right hand on Ty Dalton, and another one.
Look, Ty don't know where he's at. He's busted open. He's groggy. He's got those spaghetti legs, what you want to call them, or whatever you want to call them. Ty Dalton is out of it. The referee should stop this match right here. If Ty Dalton thinks about his career at all, he should stop the match.
Now Pete with a nice step over Toll, but Ty grabs him, rolls him over into a pinning predicament once again, but only a 2 count. Now Pete once again hooks Ty Dalton, looks like fisherman suplex, another pinning combination, and yet again another nice bridge by Pete Madden, the current champion. And Ty Dalton really trying to pull it back together. You got to admire his courage and his fight and his determination to get that gold back here. But right now, it doesn't look like it's happening.
I'll tell you one thing, Murphy. They're going tooth and nail. Even Simple Simon, he got down, and when he got back up, he was wiping the sweat off. They're going tooth and nail. They're pulling everything out.
On Ty with the reversal on the Irish whip, follows Pete Madden in the corner with a splash. Now Dalton up to that top rope. Flying drop kick from the top rope, nails Pete Madden, and Pete down face first. And again, this crowd very approving of Ty Dalton in this matchup.
This is what you call ring experience right here, Murphy. Look at it. His foot's on the rope. Pete Madden knows exactly where he's at.
On good job by official Tom Simon seeing the foot on the ropes, as Ty Dalton didn't realize it, breaking the count at a 1. Now Pete Madden being picked up once again by Ty Dalton. Ty scoops him up for a slam. Just drops him in the middle of the ring. Ty back to the ropes, comes in, knee. Drops that knee right into the face of Pete Madden. Now Ty goes for the cover once again on Pete Madden here, and Pete able to kick out once again.
You know, I know what's going through Ty's mind right now. I've done everything to try to pin this man. I can't beat this man. He's a true heavyweight champion of MRW. I can't beat him.
Now Pete with a nice spin kick to the midsection and elbow to the back of the head of Ty Dalton, showing his championship form here. Ty doesn't want to give this one up easy, but Pete Madden not going down very easily himself as he keeps control of this match and shows why he is the current champion. Pete Madden with a lot to prove to a lot of people here in this one after the controversial decision that got him the MRW heavyweight title in the first place. And Pete with a short leg drop on Ty Dalton. FedEx, what's it like to be in there wrestling? Never mind, you wouldn't know what it's like to wrestle for the gold.
What do you mean I wouldn't know about wrestling for the gold? I've had a lot of gold. I got gold earrings, gold chains, gold teeth. I got everything.
Well, now Pete Madden into what looks like some kind of form of a submission maneuver here on Ty Dalton from out of nowhere. Had him in that reverse chin lock. Now Ty Dalton trying to fight out of this one and actually is able to break the hold here. Looked like maybe a form of the Buzz Killer. Just had Pete Madden and Ty Dalton were all tied up on the ropes, but Ty getting back to his feet, shoots Pete Madden into the far turnbuckles, follows him in with a clothesline.
It's gut check time now for Ty Dalton. He better quit playing with the fans and try to put this man away if he wants to take that gold back home.
Well, Ty looks ready to go to continue this one as he picks Pete Madden up, showing he still has a little bit left, drives him into the corner, now drives a shoulder in and another one on Pete Madden. Ty Dalton could be walking out of here with the gold if he can keep this up for the next few minutes and take enough out of Pete Madden to get the 3 count. Ty sets Pete up on the second rope, climbs up to the second rope himself. Now Ty up to the top rope. Hurricanrana off the top rope by Ty Dalton onto Pete Madden.
He's out of position. He's wasting time. He's not hooking the leg,
Simon
Murphy.
Slightly out of position, only gets the 2 count on Pete Madden here.
Right there, it shows you how tired Ty is. He didn't hook the leg. If he would have hooked the leg, we could have had a new champion.
And now Pete back to his feet first, falls back towards the ropes, but Ty, the first one to realize where he's at, as he shoots Pete Madden across to the ropes. Nice leapfrog, nice drop down. Pete Madden running the ropes, gets caught with a drop kick from Ty Dalton. These guys pulling out all the stops in this championship match here in Overland.
I can't believe it, Murphy. I just can't believe it. It looks like Ty Dalton's got his second win here.
Well, and Ty with an inverted atomic drop, following up with a clothesline, trying to take Pete Madden out of the ring, but doesn't do it. Pete hits the canvas and comes back down underneath that bottom rope to the floor. Ty with a nice baseball slide drop kick sends Pete Madden into the front row. I have a feeling we might be seeing gold back around Ty Dalton's waist very, very shortly here, FedEx.
I can't believe it. Security needs to get over there and protect the heavyweight champion of MRW. You know how those fans are. They just want to get their hands on their champion to know who the real champion is. What is this? I can't believe this. Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
Springboard body block off the top rope. Ty Dalton finds himself in the front row here in Overland as well, as he just hit that top rope and wound up in the front row over the steel barricade on top of Pete Madden. Ty Dalton, you got to wonder if he even knows where he's at this point. Busted open, and he's just been beaten and bruised throughout this matchup. No longer the pretty boy we saw come to the ring just 15 minutes ago, fans, as Ty Dalton sticking it to Pete Madden once again, signaling for this one to be over as he hooks him for a suplex. Now drops him straight down on his face. That's what Ty likes to call the Dalton driver, I believe. Now goes for the cover, hooks the leg, gets a 2. Oh! And that was almost a sure 3 count as the fans here in Overland not at all approving of a 2.5 count, as Tom Simon calls it. Ty Dalton not giving up, though. Shoots Pete Madden to the ropes, reversed, and Pete Madden with a huge clothesline on Ty Dalton almost does a 360, finds himself on the canvas as Pete Madden now looks like he's getting his second win.
Face it, Murphy, Ty Dalton doesn't have it in him no more. He cannot beat Pete Madden. Oh, and an awesome diamond cutter.
Beautiful move by Pete Madden, just throws him up in the air and catches him and brings him down in the form of the diamond cutter. And now just sticking a boot in the face of Ty Dalton here. Pete Madden going outside the ring here. Where's Pete going? Now Pete, you see him grabbing a chair here. What's he going to do? Looks like he has Ty Dalton set up right where he wants him. This would be a perfect opportunity for a chair assault by Pete Madden, a move he's become famous for throughout the Midwest.
He's looking at the crowd. He don't need a
chair
assault.
What is Pete just going for a straight moonsault on Ty Dalton? Stays on top for the cover. There's a 2 and the 3 count. Pete Madden keeping the MRW Midwest Heavyweight Championship, and can you believe the Syndicate did not stick their nose in this one?
The Syndicate didn't need to stick their nose into it, because that's how good of a champion Pete Madden really is. And once again, talking about the Syndicate, they're the natural Sharp brother right there. Pretty boy Kevin Sharp's in the ring, congratulating the heavyweight champion.
Very rare form for Pete Madden, getting the clean win over Ty Dalton.
Big beat in his ring.
Not at all breaking the rules in this one, and what turned out to be a very scientific matchup. Matter of fact, Pete even pushing the chair down the ringside and hitting it with a straight moonsault. Now Pete's got the chair back in his hand as he's climbing up to that top rope. There's the chair assault. Match is over. Pete Madden's retained the title, but now hitting Ty Dalton with a chair assault. And Big Bad Ben just clocked Tom Simon with the Midwest Heavyweight title.
You know what, Murphy? You know what this is? This is what you call schooling somebody. Ty Dalton, he stuck his nose in. He should have never had the title shot in the first place. So you know what the Syndicate's doing? They're going to put this boy out of business and make sure that they're not going to be threatened by the Syndicate.
Now Big Bad Ben just slingshotting Ty Dalton into the corner as Kevin. Chair drop kick by Pete Madden. Pete loves to use that chair. I was thinking we might have seen a new Pete Madden here, the way he won this match in very, very athletic, very wrestling fashion this evening. But now, after the match, resorting back to Syndicate tactics, which, I'm sorry, just don't impress me at all.
I love it, Murphy. The Syndicate is a thing here in the MRW, man. They do what they want, when they want, and how they do it. It doesn't matter. There's your champion right there,
Well, you can't
Pete
help but
Madden.
wonder if Pete Madden's the champion. Why is Big
What is this?
Madden just nails the cameraman with the chair, drives the camera right into his face.
That's kind of funny. I think I've seen this spot before.
And now Kevin Sharp picking up the cameraman. What is going on here? Big Bad Ben throwing a table back in the ring after knocking down the cameraman. And Kevin Sharp helping the cameraman back in the ring in a very, very ironic twist here. As they've got this cameraman in the ring, Pete Madden picking up the cameraman, setting him up for a power bomb through the table.
You know what it is, Murphy. I'll tell you what it is. This cameraman, he's been shooting glimpses of Ty Dalton all night. He should be shooting glimpses of Pete Madden, the heavyweight champion. So you know what Pete did? He had enough is enough, and he showed this cameraman what the true story is about the Syndicate.
Now we have Ty Dalton laying down in the ring, a cameraman laying down in the ring, and the Syndicate very proud of themselves here in Overland.
Right there, Murphy. There's your heavyweight champion right there for the
That's what
MRW.
I'm saying. We like to say around here in the MRW, Syndicate. I didn't hear it right. It's do or die. Syndicate. And nobody asked you punks in the cheap seats, all right? Hey, Pete, congratulations, man. Another clean victory.
Once again, Big Ben congratulates the heavyweight champion for MRW, the human wrecking ball, Pete Madden.
Well, near carnage by the Syndicate here. Tom Simon laid out, a cameraman laid out. Is Brian Stoll going to be next here?
Champ, how does it feel retaining the title?
Feels damn good. Let me tell you what. Anybody who messes with the Syndicate, they get treated like a pile of dog. You know what? And that's what's going to happen anytime anybody gets in our path. We're taking them down
First of all,
by the
we can get
numbers.
some security
1,
out here with a
2,
non-referee
3.
cameraman
You know,
and a
Steve
former
Murphy, I saw
champion.
he told you what's
Anybody's
up.
out back there. Secondly, if you guys would like to see more of this carnage, August 21st, be back in the house. We'll see if maybe MRW has an answer for the Syndicate. I don't know.